Do you have a business idea that you think could change the world? Do you think that there is a gap or a need for something and you have cracked the code? If you've ever considered how do you validate your intuition, your vision, I'd like to talk with you a little bit about market research. Let's jump in. Hi, my name is Yvette and I am the founder of Happen to Life Co-work, an early stage startup that will offer workspace, childcare, food and fitness in Atlanta, Georgia in 2026. And I'm also the quintessential everyday entrepreneur. And I want to talk a little bit about my journey. And so the way that this channel is set up is that we are chronicling my journey to opening a co-working space in Atlanta called Happen to Life Co-work, one that has never existed before, that offers 4 services: workspace, co-working, childcare, food and fitness. And so I have been documenting my journey, all the things that I'm doing to open this dynamic space that has never, pioneering experience, right? For people, the world, because it doesn't exist, it never has. And today I want to share my journey about market research. The reason why is because 1, I think it could be valuable to other people, and 2, it kind of shows the trajectory of trying to open a space, trying to open a brick and mortar, trying to bring your vision to life. I want to talk a little bit about my experience with market research. So first, what ended up happening for me, and so how I could frame this for you, is that if you're an early stage founder with a vision and belief in yourself, you're in the right place. The first thing is to really think about how you can articulate your vision, share your vision with anybody who will listen. Because that's what I did in the beginning. In the beginning, I told anyone who would listen about my vision for this workspace, this dynamic, integrated workspace. And that means my mom, my dad, my grandma, my kids, anyone who would listen. And so in the beginning, all you have is a vision and belief in yourself, and it will take time to build that excitement in other people. I call it sharing the great news. You have a vision, a gift that's been given to you, I believe, from a higher being, and you want to socialize it as often as you can. In socializing it, when I was on this journey, I recognized that I could describe my vision, right? Close my eyes, I can see it. I can see me walking in the doors, what it would feel like, look like, how people would be able to do their best work. Except, I think people needed to see something. I'm no artist. But then I decided to create a sketch of the building, what it might look like, what would be in it. It wasn't so bad. My next step was, and you don't have to follow these steps, but it's really, because I am talking about market research, but I want to give you a little bit of backstory. And so after I did the sketch, I realized, hey, I need something that's more dynamic and engaging. So I ended up reaching out to a contractor on Fiverr.com, and he created this amazing dynamic video for me. If you have not seen my proof of concept video, I highly recommend it. We'll link it. It's amazing, even if you're not into co-working. But really the takeaway for you is to think about how can you conceptualize your vision in a way that people will understand. It will resonate for them. They will have an idea of what you see that otherwise they can't see. That for me was a video, started as a sketch. And then finally, armed with my video, passion and belief in myself, I decided to host a series of focus groups, because the first one was simply doing Google searches, researching what I wanted to name my business, Happen to Life, right? We believe in happening to life, not life happening to us. And this space is an environment where people can essentially happen to life by taking 4 key elements of life, putting them all under one roof, and people have no choice really but to happen to life. And so I needed to have some formal conversations And what I decided to do was Google co-working childcare food and fitness. I decided to look up other co-working spaces, other co-working and childcare spaces. I looked up, night and day, just researching. Simply as if you have like a project at school or at work and you just want to get some foundational understanding of what's already out there. Then I decided that I wanted to have the focus groups. And so I scheduled a series of focus groups on Zoom, invited people to come. They were about 40 minutes, and surprisingly, people were willing to come. I asked friends, family, strangers. I put up posters in the library. I was everywhere trying to get people to come. I was walking around in neighborhoods like a true grassroots effort. And I was able to connect with about 50 people during my focus groups and ask them questions, and people that lived in an area where I want to open the space, where I actually plan to open it next year. And so I created a survey on Google Forms. I asked demographic questions, pricing questions. I had open comments where people could tell me what they think about it. Do they know of other places similar? What excites them the most? You name it, I asked it. So I had a formal survey and then a focus group where I had a presentation, including my proof of concept video. And then I would ask them to kind of give me their stream of consciousness like feedback. And then I asked for them to complete the survey. I had a lot of asks, and like I said, people are willing to do it. So do not think that you can't get the feedback from other people. I highly encourage you to figure out what your path will be to market research. Obviously, there are firms out there that offer support at a price. And I wanted to go about this in a very personal way so that I could inquire with people, hear and feel their reactions. And it was overwhelmingly positive. And when there was constructive feedback, it was valuable. So I knew I was on the right track. I am the everyday person, okay? I live a very much middle-class life. I have 4 children, married. I live in a metropolitan city. I don't come from money. But I do come from an entrepreneurial kind of spirit, if you will, bloodline. People in my family decades back, centuries back actually, when we did ancestry.com to find out about our family history. They like our ancestors owned homes and homes back in like the 1940s and 50s, right? How did they pull that off? But that's what the data said. So anyways, it's in my blood. But I hosted focus groups and I shared my proof of concept. I asked people to complete my survey. And I also reached out to a marketing company. I did, to have a consultation. I didn't pay them to do all the surveying for me, but I wanted a consultation so that I could understand the right survey questions to ask. Today, we have ChatGPT, so you can use that as well. But ultimately, I think the takeaway here is that you can do market research on your own, especially to start. So just to reiterate what I did, first, I was given a vision, I think from a higher power. I had the vision and belief. I had the vision and belief in myself that I could do this. I could bring this vision to life. Then I started to socialize. So the second step, I socialized and shared the great news about my vision. Third step, I worked on some type of visual representation, proof of concept, where I ended up working with a contractor to create a video. Your proof of concept might be something completely different, but that was mine. Armed with an actual example of what I envisioned and imagined, I scheduled focus groups on Zoom with people that lived and worked and played in the area in which I want to open my space. I created a survey on Google Forms, and then I was able to gather data from about, I believe I have written data from 50 people and about 75 responses just overall. I think that's pretty good for the everyday entrepreneur. So market research works. You can do it. Don't be intimidated by the cost of it. You can do it yourself to start. This video is here to help you and encourage you that you can do it. If you are interested in co-working, we have a virtual co-working community where we do our best work and also support each other's efforts as entrepreneurs. I will link that information in the description so you can check it out. Otherwise, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.